News.
A massive fire ripped through an East Texas gas station, sending one firefighter to the hospital and forcing children out of a nearby daycare. Good evening and thank you for being with us. That fire happened yesterday at the B-Z Mart in Frankston. As KLTV7's April Peardon tells us, despite challenging conditions, crews safely evacuated nearby areas and kept the flames from reaching the nearby fuel.
It was a very large scene.
This was the scene on Tuesday as smoke and flames broke out at B-Z Mart, a gas station in Frankston.
We were first called. I arrived on scene, requested backup.
Gerald Hall, a volunteer firefighter and emergency management coordinator for the city, found that the building was already engulfed in flames.
And as I seen the fire getting larger, of course, it's hard to make an internal attack the way it was on fire because it was in the attic and the ceiling was falling down.
And this is what is left of the gas station today. On Tuesday, 5 fire departments responded to the scene. About 25 firefighters worked together to fight the fire.
We had to fight the fire from the outside. It takes more manpower to do it.
Nathan McCluskey, the assistant manager at O'Reilly Auto Parts, saw the fire firsthand.
The gas station across the street had started smoking from the backside, caught on fire. About 10-15 minutes later, the roof was all ablaze.
He was concerned because the fire was near gas pumps.
Hopefully everybody's okay.
But Hall says the fire remained contained inside the store and did not spread to the fuel area.
Having the idea that there's gasoline present on always is something to be worried about.
Out of precaution, the Little Indians daycare right next to the fire evacuated the children and staff.
They sent them to the Methodist church back here just to get them out of the immediate area.
The weather conditions also made the situation even harder.
The heat, quite an ordeal. We did have one firefighter that had to go to the hospital for dehydration. He's fine now.
After about 5 hours on Tuesday, firefighters had successfully prevented the fire from reigniting and no additional flare-ups had been reported. April Peardon, KLTV7 News.
Now, the Texas Department of Insurance was at the scene of the fire today. The cause is still under investigation.